Namaste. So, inner war, it's about inner war that we all have to undergo. So, what is this inner war? The Vedic rishis and yogis, mystics, they have seen this world, the journey of the soul, march of the soul, as a battlefield as well as a pilgrimage. So, that's why we see all these pilgrimages and battle stories, and there's beautiful outer means to remind us of something inwardly. So let's take the battlefield apart. So battle here is between two kinds of forces. The inner war, Shubhda speaks about the inner war. This is the inner war without escape. So if we don't fight the inner war, peace cannot be established. You may try any amount of peace treaties, you may sign any number of agreements, you may pass a resolution in United Nations. Peace cannot be until the heart of man deserves peace. When will it deserve peace? Shobinda says also, when the debt to Rudra has been paid. Rudra forces have shaped this planet. What are these Rudra forces? Violent forces have come. Just imagine, they have kneaded the earth, created mountains and oceans, all these tremendous forces, because it was hard matter. So now where do these forces go? They have created up till here. So they enter into creation. It says, okay, we have created mountains. Now we'll do our game in living beings. How do they do in living beings? Godzilla and dinosaur. Then evolution happens. They are still there. The tendency to tear, which is there in animal kind, to devour, to eat, which is still okay, because in animal there is no war. These forces are but slowly getting slightly changed. How? Dinosaur has no feeling when it kills. The anaconda doesn't care a fig about what it's doing to its creatures. The python swallows without a feeling. And the snake bites, it can eat its own progeny. Isn't it? But what happens in higher animals? Higher animals also have affection, something, because something like a little four-legged creatures, you'll see a kind of a psychic core sometimes begins to develop. They have faithfulness, they have loyalty, they want to safeguard their children. Higher animals, bear and even tigers, lions, they're known to have, of course, cats, dogs, horses, cows. That's why in Indian thing, chicken eating and fish eating was okay, but generally eating four-legged creatures, because they have entered a point where something like a psychic seed is beginning to shine. Mother speaks about it in one of her writings. Experiences in the agenda. Bear, Jambavant ke vachan sohai. Monkeys, so there's horses. See, they can be so, but at the same time they can be feared. So now what is happening? The Rudra forces are getting little bit changed. Then in human beings, they are still there. But in ancient India, the system was channelized them. How the Kshatriya was given to fight. He could fight a righteous battle. Now we have forgotten all those beautiful ways through which these forces were channelized. Or the Rudra forces are channelized nowadays still, because further evolution in wrestling championships, and where these forces of violence and tremendous aggression, fear, all of them are channelized into sports. This is one of the ways. But still, they are not changed. Now, up till now, human beings have evolved. They have found ways and means, or rather they have not found, but nature has given them ways and means through which they can channelize these forces. But now for a still further evolution, the war becomes more and more direct within. Meaning thereby, now within us are these forces of extreme violence. Now, violence is not an act, violence is an inner state. So when Arjun kills Duryodhan, not Duryodhan, Karna and others, he is in a state which is free from hatred, free from all that ambition, I want to, kill, have joy in killing. That is violence. So inwardly, one can remain in a state of inner non-violence, ahimsa. Again, you see, hinsa and ahimsa. Again, it is not about action, it's an inner state. Ahimsa. So you are committing an act which may seem like violence, but there is no state of inner violence inside. Whereas when one carelessly tramples on this or that creatures without caring about, that becomes violence. Cutting a tree meaninglessly. You see how when storm rages, it just fells the trees. Only because it's instantaneous, we call it the Rudra forces in violence. Don't we do the same thing when we just cut them, ransack nature, we just destroy mountains? So all this is violence. Violence is not just about human beings. But there is a state of inner non-violence where you don't have that state of greed or ambition or lust or ambition, but yet you have to fight a battle sometimes. So within us there are forces of anger, greed, lust, ambition, fear. They pull us down. Somebody wants to evolve to higher states. Similarly, there are forces of peace, harmony, beauty, light, spirit of unity, truth. All these pull us upward. So there comes a stage in yoga when there is a fight between these two forces. These are pulling us down. One wants to become aspirant for peace, sits in meditation and says, I had one of the most beautiful meditation. I felt so peaceful. Comes out and sees a person whom one hates. Oh, why this person has crossed my path? So what has happened? You have lost the peace. That's why Sri Aurobindo says, unless you slay that part within you that is reacting with preferences, egoistic reactions, hate, greed, lust. So peace, even when it comes, it will never stay. It will evaporate. And that's what happens to people. They lose it. Why they lose it? Because they have not done the other side of the work. That's why Sri Aurobindo says there are two sides of the yoga work we have to do in yoga. One is the positive side. Cultivate the higher forces of peace, harmony, light, wisdom, strength, beauty. And on the other side, remove those forces, reject those forces which pull us down, like fear, ambition, greed, lust, band of spirit's enemy, jealousies, all these things we have to reject. So this is the inner war. And every sadhak has to fight it. Divine, why doesn't he fight and does it everything for us and gives us this is our side of the work. We can discuss that, why he doesn't do it. Actually, he does it. But he makes us feel that we are doing it, because that's how we learn. Now, I give this simple example, why we have to do this fight. Divine will fight, that's what Mahabharata is about. But he will be with us, but we have to take the arrow and shoot. So let me put it like this. Will a child ever learn riding a bicycle, let alone motorcycle and car, if his father keeps making the child sit and hold the handle, but actually he is driving? At some point he has to leave. But say, I am there with you. The father is around and the child is learning. After some time, when the little bit training is over. And then the child further goes next step. Even when father is not around, the child knows if I fall, my dad is there, he'll take care. My mom is there, she will take care of me. So, because we have to grow. If divine deals with us like automatons and machine, then there is no growth for us. So it is our bar and the divine stands by our side. He is on our side. On the side of all that is good, beautiful, true, harmonious. But still, war has to be fought by us. And as we fight this war, and each one who wins a little victory within himself, maybe over a little bit of greed, a little bit of fear, a little bit of lust, it facilitates the victory in the world over these forces, corresponding forces. So this is the inner war we have to fight, and there is no escape if you want to grow up. Otherwise, always dad will drive the car and will sit behind, which is not a very good situation to be in. Okay. Namaste.